Hey everyone, welcome to the first video of Life of Pri, where you get to follow me around and see what happens in the life of a graduate student who studies plant genetics, specifically wheat. That is wheat with a T, not a D, just to clarify. Anyway, we're going to start heading out to the field, so stay tuned and you'll get to see where all the farm work happens. Okay, so heading out to the field, it's about a 10 to 15 minute drive, which isn't bad at all. However, it is farther than my fields last year. Last year I could literally bike or even run to my field if I so desired. I'm at UC Davis, which is a major agricultural school, and so we're surrounded by fields. Orchards and tons of fruit trees on campus, which means I get free oranges at points, and there's definitely perks to going to an ag school. So anyway, we'll be at the field soon, and I look forward to showing you all it. So we have made it to the field. To my right are the experimental yield plots, and to my left, the one I'm actually walking in, is our experimental hand trials, which means you plant about 5 grams, which can be 100 seeds, or you can plant even less and do 8 to 10 seeds if you want to analyze each individual plant in the row, which is what I do in my experiments, which we have now come up to. This is called my FT2 project, and I am analyzing it for a gene that will hopefully influence yield. I will get more into that in future videos, but you can probably tell that there's stakes. And why? Well, you might be able to hear the wind in my headphones. And these plants here, because they are a cross between Gredo and Kronos, which are 2 wheat varieties, they have the Gredo tall gene, which is RHTB1. And these plants will get tall. You know those old photos of wheat being as tall as the people? Yeah, these lines right here can get that tall. Probably about maybe this height at least. They'll get to my shoulder. And when there's really high winds, like there was yesterday, they will fall over, which is called lodging. And when you're trying to analyze height or trying to analyze yield, having your plants all falling over on each other is not a good thing. So I use these stakes and then tie this rope around the stakes and then around the plants to try to keep them up. And it works fairly well. So far, none of my plants have fallen over, so yay. So I think for this first video, it's probably important that people know what a wheat plant actually is and what it's composed of. And luckily, I have tons of wheat plants here to show off. We're going to start with this guy here. So here is a single wheat plant that I am holding, and is composed of multiple tillers. So every thick stalk, you can kind of see the difference here. These are all tillers, and they will eventually have a head of wheat growing out from the top. And this is a prime example. A head of wheat is also known as a spike, and so this is a spike. And each spike is composed of multiple spikelets. These little components here on the side going up, those are spikelets. And they will actually turn into your seed. They have multiple what we call florets. You can kind of see the different compartments on the side here. Those florets turn into your seed, which then turn into flour, which we use in our pasta, cookies, and bread. So very important. So yeah, so now you know what a young wheat plant looks like. I'm sure you all have heard, the golden fields of wheat. But this is what they look like before they're mature and before we harvest them. And that's where we're going to end today's video about the Life of Pri. You got to see my field, and tomorrow I will show you a glimpse of my lab. Stay tuned, because in the future I will go into other phenotyping traits, lab work, and just life in Davis in general. So, see you tomorrow.